Michigan Prepared here. Hopefully there's not too much background noise, and I don't know. I hope I don't have to redo this video because everything's fresh out of my mind right now. But I may need your guys' help on this as well, because there's a couple things I'm unsure about. However, what I wanted to talk about today is, first of all, I woke up this morning to a whole bunch of headlines. Like, my phone just lit up with stuff that I've searched for, and hell, it was on my Facebook, it was on my Google, it was on everything. Alright? And basically what that is, guys, is bioterrorism. Alright? That seems to be the big thing going around now. I can't remember what day it was, and I don't have any headlines for you guys at the moment. You guys, please feel free to look it up. I'm lucky enough to get these videos out, let alone taking a bunch of time to search for the headlines. But as you all should be aware, I don't spew any BS. It's confirmed one way or another, and yes, I did read the headlines, guys. But so bioterrorism, the internet is just lighting up with it today. And the reason for that, guys, is there's a 32-year-old male over in Germany that got busted in the act of trying to release a biological agent. It's not saying what that biological agent is. They're suspecting cyanide, which, if you guys know anything about cyanide whatsoever, it takes very, very, very small amounts to do you in. So, when Germany arrested this fella and took possession of these biochemicals that this individual had, Germany immediately notified the U.S. to be on alert for bioterrorism. And then, so after I was reading these headlines, guys, because there was several of them. I mean, everybody's blowing up with these headlines. They're not hard to find. You guys may have already heard about it. I don't know. But, on top of all the news sources and everything else talking about this bioterrorism, all the prepper channels that I follow, I mean, I had, I don't know how many notifications on my phone when I woke up about this bioterrorism. So I really started looking into it. Well, apparently the Department of Homeland Security here in the U.S. is on extreme high alert at the moment, looking out for bioterrorism. Now, if we didn't have these rebellious anti-government people, you know, I'm anti-government too, so to speak. I'm about 50-50 on it. I absolutely hate our government. I think they could do better. That doesn't mean I'm completely against them, though. But the fact that Homeland Security is on high alert, they're issuing a bunch of warnings and whatever else, and what scares me, guys, is when Biden first opened the borders and everybody was pouring across into Texas. I do believe it was the governor down there who was doing a speech. It says it's not just Latin America or, you know, Mexicans that are coming over. It's, you know, people from other countries. And the fact that they can't, I mean, they're only, the people that they're catching, there's only a quarter of the people that they're catching and pumping through. The others are coming across the border and just taking off to wherever the hell they want to go. My point with that is, what if, you know, somebody from Germany, somebody from Iran, somebody from Iraq, somebody from Syria, somebody from Belarus, you know, or groups of people even. What if there's sleeper cells here in the U.S.? I mean, how did some terrorists get over into Germany? Germany is really strict, a hell of a lot more strict than we are, and that's got me a little worried. Now, where I may need your guys' help is I can't remember what the mask was called, the high grade, not that flimsy paper mask BS that we were forced to wear during the pandemic, but they had like some decent masks. Now, I haven't had time to research it, and again, this is where I need your guys' help. I can't remember what those masks were called, or even if they filter out biological chemicals, diseases and whatever else. If anybody on my channel that subscribes to me happens to know what type of mask I could go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or some sort of safety store, what type of mask or respirator, whatever, does anybody happen to know what I could buy that would filter out biological agents? Because that is quickly becoming my big concern. Apparently there's been some more released stuff, we'll go with, from China, and people seem to think it's trying to be covered up somehow. I don't know. But the fact that all these new diseases and all these new whatever are coming about, polio and all this other shit that's been, wiped out for a minute, all of a sudden now it's coming back. I'm not saying polio specific, but you know what I mean? Like all the stuff that they had way back in the 50s and 60s is now gone, but all of a sudden now it's coming back around. Why? Who's doing it? You know what I mean? So like, I really would like to know if anybody out there has any definite answers. No offense to anybody that's trying to help out, but I don't want to hear, well, this could, this one might be able to do. No, I want to hear definitive. Yeah, this one here, if you go buy this type of mask or this type of respirator, it filters out this and this and this and this. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments. Not only will it help me out and my family, but it's going to help out all the other viewers of this channel. Especially if it's not, a $5,000 mask. I need it to be affordable. Because I got several people in my household I got to buy one for, and I would really like to buy one. Not only that, but if you guys do happen to know of a mask, how long do the filters last? Is it 12 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 24 hours, 48? Do you guys happen to know? Do they last a week? What, please, if you guys have any information, again, leave it in the comment section below. So, yeah, guys, there's a huge bioterrorism threat right now. And again, one of the articles I was reading that I stumbled across before I had to go get my daughter from school, while I was still waking up drinking my coffee. One of them said that the U.S. is on extreme high alert because they are uncertain over who exactly has crossed the border. The news media, the reliable ones, which is only a couple, the media outlets and several, if I could speak, several prepper channels have also discussed this topic, and they put up headlines, but I can't seem to find them at the moment. I was looking for them, but I can't find them. But there's several topics about the government being worried about sleeper cells here in the U.S. Now that kind of falls in line with the, the whole power grid attack thing. Are these Americans? I don't think they've really said. Are they people that are in this country illegally? They haven't said. So, I personally believe, guys, that we're kind of in for a rough road ahead. There's so much going on. There's so many bad people that could have crossed the border that it's got me a little worried. You never know where they're going to turn up. Obviously, they can just hop in a vehicle and travel wherever. Unless you're down by Texas and they got the, immigrant checkpoints or whatever. As long as they're well north of that, they're good to go. And they can pretty much make it anywhere here in the U.S. So anything could happen, guys. They could light off, bioterrorism in Chicago, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia. They could light it off in any of these big cities. And then what? Then it's going to spread like wildfire. It's going to spread like COVID did, depending on what they lit off, and if it's contagious. And there's a lot of unknowns, guys. It's really scary. So again, if anybody has any information on whatever mask you can get that will potentially filter out all that crap, please let me know in the comment section, because I am in the market to pick up a few as quick as I can. Off that topic a little bit. While I was searching those articles earlier today, there was also a few more articles going on talking about inflation and the trade agreements between the U.S. and other countries, and the U.S. and China. And basically what it was getting down to, guys, is we're not going to be able to get the stuff that we're used to getting. Anything we potentially need, car parts, we go to the auto parts store, we can get them. Parts for our appliances, such as our washer, dryer, dishwashers, whatever. You can go to the appliance store and usually get the parts, or somebody can come to the house and fix it. Basically what the article that I read is saying is that's soon to be not the case anymore. You're going to go to the parts store because you need, well, maybe not brake pads, because I think there's a bunch made here in the U.S., but let's say you need an axle or a drive shaft or whatever for your vehicle. It's going to be on back order. And I'll give you a prime example, okay? Y'all know I was in a pretty decent car accident on December 25th, Christmas Day. And it totaled out my truck. Well, I have since bought a replacement truck, same year, same style, different model, little higher mileage, but unfortunately the person who traded in that truck just before I bought it did not take very good care of it properly. My truck happens to have the 5.7 Hemi motor in it. Anybody that's even remotely mechanically inclined knows they have the Hemi tick, which is basically lifter camshaft failure. And unfortunately I bought the truck as is, no warranty, so now I got to pay to have the engine repairs done. But the shop that I took it to, which a really, really good couple friends of mine work at, and they're going to be doing the repairs on my truck, thank God, because I trust them with my life. But my parts are a few weeks out, guys. So unfortunately, I'm scrambling. And that's going to suck. If you guys got the means to buy an extra set of tires, maybe an extra alternator, the common things. If you know whatever's common on your vehicle to potentially go out, go buy an extra one. If you guys think you may need brake pads, rotors, tires, buy extra if you have the money to do so. Because they are going to be in extremely short supply. I know the rubber plant or whatever, the plant that they use to make rubber for the tires and whatever else. As far as I know, I don't remember which country that comes from, but last I heard, we're on the outs with a lot of different countries. Even allied countries are refusing to honor the trade agreement at the moment. So 2023, guys, is not looking any better. All right, we are looking at short supplies on everything. Everybody's hoarding their goods. because all these different countries are at each other's throat at the moment. Everybody's basically saying that we are in World War III as we speak. It just hasn't flared up to the boiling point. You know, the pot's on the stove, it's just not boiling yet. So I don't know where we're gonna go from here. I really don't. But again, you guys can, you know, if you guys got a lick of common sense whatsoever, if you guys are aware of your surroundings and what's going on, you guys know that this war is not slowing down. It's only getting worse. It's time to stock up on what you can. You know, not necessarily just food and water filters anymore. You know, it may get to the point to where the supply chain is so broken that you're not going to be able to get parts for your car. You're not going to be able to get parts for your washing machine, your dryer. So have a backup plan, guys. You may have to wash clothes by hand. You may have to, you know, put out a clothesline to dry your clothes. You may have to cook on an open fire if your stove goes out. You know what I mean? Prepare for that sort of thing, guys. Whatever you guys can do now. It's not looking up. It's really not. And I hate to bring you that news because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I mean, it is what it is. It's the honest to God's truth. It's not looking any better. And the recession, the depression in 2023 is looking even worse than 2022. And they're talking this could go on into 25, 26, 27. They're saying it's going to go on for quite a while. My point is, guys, if you guys got the money, quit buying stuff that you don't need. Save your money, whatever you can. Quit going out to eat. I mean, do it once a month instead of 4 times a month. You know what I mean? And use that other 3 times a month that you would have spent on going out to eat. Put it away. Put that money away. Get your guys, you know, shelf-stable foods, beans, rice, etc. You know, stock up on, again, if there's a part that your particular vehicle is known to fail, go buy that part so you have it. So when that part does fail, you can still take it to the mechanic, but he's not going to have to search for the part. Bam, you got it. He can install it. You're back on the road. Just check into it, guys. Be smart about things, because everything I'm researching and everything that I've stumbled across, it says 2023 is going to be pure hell. And all the way into 2024 is supposed to be even worse. 22 was bad. 23 is going to be worse. 24 is going to be even worse than 23. So that's just what the experts are saying, guys. I mean, take it with a grain of salt if you will. But I hope you guys are prepping and doing what you can. Again, stock up on ammo and personal protection equipment while you still can. But the biological threat, guys, that's some serious business. You know, that's a slow progression. You could light off a small vial, which you could easily conceal in your pocket. A small vial of high concentrated biological terrorism, whatever, that's going to cause, you know, hundreds of thousands of people to die. And just this little vial, you know, if you blew that up with a bomb, and especially if it's contagious, well, first of all, depending on how you blew it up or how you dispersed it, I mean, these terrorists could set it up to where they plant the stuff and they're back in their home country before it even goes off. And nobody is none the wiser who the hell did it. You know, it's not like lighting off a shotgun shell or, you know, a handgun round. That's instant. You know something just happened if you're close enough to hear it. Now, these guys can plant this and take off, and we're going to be none the wiser who the hell did it. And it could have infected and killed hundreds of thousands, millions. So it's time to get prepared, guys. It's not a joke, and the DHS speaker says, yeah, we are on high alert right now. DHS, Department of Homeland Security, for those of you who didn't know. So get stocked up, guys. Do what you can now. Again, I keep hoping that this is going to recede. I keep hoping it's going to get better, and it's not. It is just getting worse and worse and worse day after day. So do what you can now, guys. And again, if any of y'all know of the mask, the respirator or whatever that you can get at a reasonable price that will filter out. I know not every respirator out there is going to filter everything out, but most of the stuff, you know. If there's something out there that's going to help, again, leave it in the comment section below, because I want to research it. I need to get one for the family, guys, for myself and for the entire family, because I'm not playing no games, guys. As soon as I hear about something, I'm gone. I'm out in the woods, and I'm going to be miles away from anybody, and it may not be enough. So I definitely want some masks. If you guys know anything, again, please leave it in the comment section below. But that's what I got for you guys today. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Ain't none of us going to be able to do anything about it. Oh, before I let you go, there was another headline that I was reading also, talking about all these anti-government groups or whatnot. There's a lot of them. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of them, and each of these groups have hundreds of thousands of members. So if they all join forces, guys, it may not be good. The U.S. is on high alert for civil war as well. Basically, the people against the government. And unfortunately, there's way more people here in the U.S. than there is in our military. So take that for what it is. That being said, guys, I love you all. Stay safe. If you got any information, please leave it in the comment section below. I would gladly take it in with pride, and I'd like to know what you guys have to say, because I'm kind of dumb when it comes to the masks that you would need. Anyway, guys, love y'all. Keep your heads on a swivel. That being said, y'all stay safe. Michigan Prepared out.